Hi, this is Samarpit Khare, pursuing Bachelor of Engineering in Information Technology from Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, Bhopal. In this video, we are going to learn about some of the platform features of Windows 8 and try to implement them in Windows Store applications. So, let us have a look at this session's agenda. First of all, we are going to discuss what Windows 8 contracts are and how can they enhance the features and functionalities of Windows Store applications. Then we'll try to implement these three Windows 8 contracts: settings, share, and search into sample applications. Contracts can be defined as Windows 8 functionalities which an app can leverage to declare its interactions with other applications and native Windows features. A contract is an agreement between one or more than one applications. It also allows them to leverage the Windows 8 features and to communicate with other applications and share data among them. Uh, now, let me jump to our first contract, the settings contract. The settings contract allows an application to put its configuration menu and information related options onto the settings pane in Windows Charms. This provides a one-place access to settings for all the applications on Windows 8 so that the applications don't need to put a separate application page, a separate settings page in them. Now, with a demo, let me tell you how to implement a setting contract in Windows 8 application. For this, uh, I have already created a project in Windows in Visual Studio. This application has just one page that contains the title of the application. Actually, we don't need the page because we need to what we are trying to implement here is the settings contract, which is in the settings charm. So we just need a page for the application. In order to leverage a contract, an application must declare it first. This declaration can be done in application manifest, and in this app.xaml.cs file, which handles all the launching, closing, and all the data related events of the application. Now, when we are in app.xaml.cs file, which we can find in Solution Explorer right here, you can see this on launched event handler. This event handler handles the launched event. The launched event is fired whenever an application is loaded into the memory or whenever an application is launched. So we are going to set a settings pane to declare that setting. We are going to use a settings pane in this particular event handler. For that, settings pane. Now the settings pane is giving me an error because the required namespace is not included in this file. So I have to include it. So I'll do it using the IntelliSense. Here it is using windows.ui.application settings. Now we have the proper namespace. Now we need to we have a function get for current view. This get for current view function returns the current view of the application, or it tells us about what page is currently being displayed in the application. For a settings pane, we need to add a event handler to the command requested event. This command requested event is fired whenever the user selects the settings charm option. Now I'm going to add a event handler here, again using the cool features of Visual Studio, obviously. Now we have requested the commands, so now we are registered for the settings pane. Now we have to add setting commands on that pane. So for that, we'll add settings command Here what I'm trying to do is create a command on the settings pane that will take me to a specified website. So for that, I'm going to add let me go to Bing for instance. So I'm going to add give a name, that's Bing. Go to Bing, new settings command. This settings command takes three parameters. The first one is the command ID. That command ID is used by the application to recognize the particular command. Let me give it the name Bing. Bing. The second one is the label. The label is the string that appears on the settings command. So that is for the user to understand. So we will make it more elaborate. Go to Bing. The third one is the event handler. What happens when a person clicks or enables that command? So that code is written here in the event handler. So I'm going to add the code here itself for the event handler. Now to launch a URI, I'm going to use the Windows 8 launchers. Launcher dot. Now it's again giving me an error because okay, so this namespace has to be included. Windows dot system. Okay. Now we need to launch a URI. So launch URI async. This function takes a argument that is of URI type. So we are going to create a new URI, and then we are going to set the URI to the Bing's address, that is .bing.com. Now you can see that it is giving a green squiggly line below this statement. This green squiggly line means that something here is not used in the manner it should be. So let us check the message. Because this call is not awaited, execution of the current method continues before the call is complete. Okay, so this function can be awaited. This is an asynchronous function, so we can await it. So just add an await keyword. We will make it awaitable. So, but now this is giving an error because now let me tell you, because the await keyword cannot be used inside a synchronous method. You need to make that method asynchronous. So we'll make this handler asynchronous. Yeah. Okay. Now it's done. But now what we have done is we have created a settings command, given it its behavior, but we haven't added it yet to the settings pane. So now to add it to the settings pane, we'll add the settings pane command requested event argument object here. This object is used for that. So args dot request dot application commands, and now we have to add application command. And what is the name of the settings command here? Go to Bing. Go to Bing. That's done. So now let's uh, try and debug the application on the local machine. Here we are on the application. We have the front page. Now let's open the settings down. Here you can see go to Bing along with permissions. That is this permissions is added by default by the OS to each and every application. So go to Bing. That's working. It has taken me to my default browser and it's opening Bing. I don't have an internet connection right now, so it's not opening, but we can see that it's working. Let's go there and stop it. Coming back to our presentation, the next the next contract is share. This share contract is used by applications to share data in the form of images, files, or text, etc., via other applications to the internet or other services. Uh, these contracts have made these little functionalities so easy to implement that the programmer doesn't need to code anything extra. All these functionalities are inbuilt into the Windows 8 platform. So you just need to register for the contract and write the appropriate code that is your own logic and nothing else. To demonstrate share contract, let me take you to Visual Studio, where I have already created a project called Share Contract Demo. This project has again a single page. I have put a text box here to enter text so that this text can be shared. Uh, okay, so let us go to the code behind file of this page, that is mainpage.xaml.cs. Yeah, in order to share data between applications, a special type of carrier is to be declared first. That is the data transfer manager. The data transfer manager is responsible for all the transfers and the communication of data between applications. It takes the data from your application and feeds it to the share functionality of Windows 8. So first of all, in this class we have to declare a data transfer manager. manager we are not initializing it right now. I'll tell you why. Right now it's giving me an error because the appropriate namespace is again not imported, so I'll import it here. Data transfer manager, manager, and here, yeah, windows.application model.data transfer. Now I want to initiate this manager whenever the main page gets loaded. So I'll add an event handler to the loaded method. Again, IntelliSense. This main page loaded method will execute whenever the page is loaded into the memory. Now let me initialize the manager, data transfer manager, with the app's current view. We can do that by data transfer manager's function get for current view. Now this manager data transfer manager object has the current view of the application. Now what we are going to do is add an event handler to the manager's data requested event. This data requested event is fired whenever the user tries to share something or clicks on the share charm in the charms bar. Here I have added this manager underscore data requested event. Now here what we are going to do is create a request object that will contain the data that is to be shared. To do that, we have now we have this argument here that will contain all the event related data from the application. So what we are doing here is args dot this request object contains the data that is to be shared. That request object contains the object that is to be shared, and we will define that object later. Now let us define the object r dot data. Now we are going inside the data properties and every request object has a title. So we have to give it a title. Let us give sample title. Then again r dot data, we are filling the properties of the object. Dot description sample description. You'll see where these things are used in a moment. Now we have to give it a data. Now we are going to set the text that we are going to share. So this function r.data.setText is going to do that for us. Now I'm going to set the text that is written in this text box. So for that I have given it a name, that is to share here. So I'm going to use that text here. To share. Dot text. I'm sorry for that. Dot text. Well, this code is good to go for sharing text from that, but I want to be a little more protective. What if the data that is inside the text box is nothing? I mean, the text box is empty. So that will throw a null exception, a null reference exception for that. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to check it first. If to share dot text equals null, or to share text, I also want to check if it's empty or not. Empty. Only when these things are not true and both of them should be false, then only this should happen. So yeah. So now if the text is not equal to null and the text is not equal to empty, then only this function will run. So now let us debug this. Now we are on the application. Now let me type something. I want to share this text. Okay, so now there's settings. No, sorry, share. Yeah, it is giving me options for all the applications I have, all that can be used as a share target for text on my system. I'm going to take it to mail applications opening. We have verifying. There is some problem with the application that doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to use it with another application. See, this text has been shared with this my text twister app, and it is doing its work, whatever the application is intended to do. We can see that it's working, the share one. Okay, now let us close that and stop debugging for this. Great. Now let me jump to the final contract of this session, the search contract. The search contract is a very versatile feature of Windows 8. It not only allows you to search for content inside your application, but also allows you to search for applications on your system all from one place. You can add a search pane to your application so users can search not only your application's content but content from other apps as well. uh, this search pane is versatile and can be used outside the application also. For this studio, for this demo, let me take you to Visual Studio once again, where I have already created a project named Search Contract Demo. This Search Contract Demo has a main page that contains that contains some text that will guide you how that app works. The main thing of this application is here the model. The model classes .cs contains the data model of the application, where I have created these classes: location details, location, and travel details, which is the main model which implements all these, which implements observable collection. So this is a collection of all these properties which I have added here. Okay, to add a search contract, first of all we have to do is declare it in the project's app manifest. So for that, click here, project, store, edit app manifest. Here in the declarations, I have already added search. Here, let me remove it and show you once again. I have added search here, and it's done. First, now we have to add a search result page for search, which can show you the result of the search you just did. So for that, add a new item and add a new item to the project, and here we have search contract. This search contract, you can add this, and this will act as a search result page for your search queries. I'm not going to add this here because I have already added one search page here. Yeah, it looks like this. This is just for demo purpose, so I haven't decorated it much. Now what we are going to do here is go to the code behind of search results page, and you can see this is all the code that was added by default to the code. You can see how easy it is to add search results page, because most of the things, most of the features are already been incorporated in Windows 8 platform, so you don't need to think much. Now I'm going to show where the search logic is. So I'm going to go to this app.xaml.cs file, and this is just normal stuff. Here is our function on search activated. Actually this function is already there, but we have to override it to create our own logic of search. Here I have overridden this on search activated function, and I have written the code to search for the data inside the application. To show you the data, let me take you here. I have added these data model. I have added this data in the data model. Location name Mahabaleshwar and location name Kanyakumari. So we are going. This is just for demo purpose. So I haven't shown it to the inside the application. So what we are going to do is just search for it, and we'll see how the search result page works. So now let's debug this. See what it's saying. Take the mouse cursor to the top right, the charm contract will be displayed. Select the search and you will get the search contract. So we have the search here. Now I'm going to search, let's say Kanyakumari, and gives me the result. This is the search page that we implemented there, and this is the result of all the things related to Kanyakumari in here. You can see it. It's working perfectly fine. Let's close this. Stop the debugging. Well, these were some of the platform features of Windows 8 I demonstrated to you. I hope you found them useful. Hope this video helped you a lot. Thank you very much.